my husband Chaz was on patrol in Afghanistan in 2011, a television crew happened to record the moment he stepped on an IED and lost both legs and much of his right arm. No one can believe I watched the footage, but I've learned how to confront reality. The reality of my husband lying in a hospital bed, the reality of managing his care in Washington, D.C. while keeping life going for our daughters in Tennessee, the reality of bathing him, feeding him, and getting him dressed.
My husband, retired Army Captain Patrick Horan, suffered a traumatic brain injury in 2007 when he was shot in the head while serving in Iraq.
When my husband Chuck returned from Afghanistan in 2011, I knew something was wrong. He was forgetful, emotional, short-tempered. His behavior was affecting our marriage. Even worse, it was affecting our kids. Our family nearly fell apart before we learned the truth. Chuck had an undiagnosed traumatic brain injury.
The hardest part of caring for a wounded warrior isn't those first few weeks in the hospital. It's that moment you return home, without doctors, without nurses, without any idea of what it means to be a full-time caregiver. When Pat came home, his list of medical problems was a mile long. To this day, he depends on me to help him communicate and get around.
Caring for someone who suffers from injuries that you cannot see is stressful, confusing, and draining. Understanding their behavior, managing their care, being their constant emotional support, it is completely overwhelming.
As much as I'd like to think I can handle it all, I also have to face the reality that I need help.
There are 5.5 million military and veteran caregivers in America just like us.
The Elizabeth Dole Foundation is committed to providing the resources we need to care for our warriors and ourselves.
If you're caring for someone who has served, please visit elizabethdolefoundation.org to join our community of support.